you're done. We are doing 5-5 today. It's pages 71 through 72 in your book. Today we are working on multiplicative, which is a fun word to say, multiplicative and additive comparisons. Now, it sounds and looks a lot worse than it is, I promise. There are two main things you need to pay attention to, and that's specific wording. So we're going to start, of course, by looking in our book today. Sometimes we don't need to look in our book beforehand, but this time we do because we're going to look at this problem it gives us. It says Graham has 29 dimes. Okay? So I went ahead and just wrote 29 dimes. Get my information there right now. We just got started, Reagan. So just jump in, okay? Okay, so I see that I have 29 dimes. And I know some of you like to highlight with me. So if you want to highlight with me, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay? Then it says he has 12 more quarters than dimes. And then it says he has 7 times as many pennies as dimes. So I want to know how many quarters and pennies Graham has. So, Isaac, pay attention because this can get confusing, okay? The wording is very important here and you got to pay attention. Okay, I'm going to make it so it's not blurry for you because it got blurry on the screen. Give me just a sec. Yay. But we are looking for 2 answers here. We need to find 2 things to be our answers. What are we looking for? Who can tell me one of the things we're looking for? What's one of the things we're looking for? Henry?
29 plus 12.
No, just tell me what we're looking for. Not how to get it, just what are we looking for?
How many more quarters than dimes?
No.
Oh. How many pennies do we?
We want to know, one thing is we want to know how many pennies he has. We want to know how many pennies he has. What's the other thing we want to find?
How many quarters he has?
And how many quarters he has. Okay? We want to know how many pennies he has.
12 quarters.
And we're not there yet. And we want to know, and he doesn't have 12 quarters. We want to know how many pennies he has and how many quarters he has. So, he has 3 types of coins here, right? So I'm going to make myself a little list. First, he has dimes. Then he has quarters, if I go in order of the problem. And then he has pennies. Okay, so I have 3 written here. These are my 3 things that we're looking for. Now, one of them we already have the answer to because it just straight up gives it to us, right? Which is what?
Dimes.
We know how many dimes he has. How many dimes does he have?
29.
He has 29 dimes. It tells us that directly in the problem, right? So we know he has 29 dimes, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's where wording, I know, but you can still see it right now, right? It's not blurry to the point where you can't see it, yeah? You can still read what that says? Okay. Also, if you want to close the blinds, it might not be blurry on the whiteboard. That might help. You just can't see the whiteboard when the blinds are open. Does that help at all? Okay. Now, this is where wording is very important. Okay? If we look back at the problem, it said he has 12 more quarters than dimes. Okay? 12 more means I'm going to do what here? Next time, raise your hand. But yes, we are going to just add here. 12 more means I'm just adding. Okay? So I'm going to take my 29 dimes that I had, and I'm going to add my 12 quarters. Okay? So 29 plus 12. Now, I'm not going to solve it quite yet, because I want to get all my information down first, then I'll go and solve for my answers, okay? But this is how I'm going to find the number of quarters. I'll find that in just a second, okay? Now, pennies, if I read this one, it says he has 7 times as many pennies. If I see the word 7 times as many, what do you think I'm going to be doing here? I see your hand, Isaac, but I'm going to call on someone else because you answered the last one. But I'm glad that you know. Hazel, what are we going to do here? We are going to multiply. If I see the words times as many, I'm multiplying this. So I'm going to take my 29 dimes, and I'm going to multiply that by 7 pennies. Okay? Now I have all the information I need to get my answers. Now I just need to actually find my answers. Everyone, oop, my bad, I hit the camera. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's find our answers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the side. Now remember, is there anything wrong with doing your work to the side? No, in fact, it's preferred, because when you try and do it in your head, lots of times you make mistakes. So please write your work off to the side. That's why we have this whole graph paper to work, right? Okay, so over here we have 29 plus 12. And remember, we're adding on this one, okay? That's important to remember. This is an addition problem, okay? Addition. All right? So let's add it up. 9 plus 2 is what?
11.
11. My 1 goes here. My 1 goes up here. And what's 1 plus 2 plus 1?
4.
4. So, how many quarters does he have? 41 quarters. Okay? 41 quarters. What?
I know I'm correctly right, but I multiply by myself.
Oh, okay. We'll find out. You're gonna check your work when we do it together, is that what you're saying? That's fine. Okay? Yeah, check and see if you did it right. Okay? Well, let's find out together, okay? Let's find out together. So then to find pennies, we're gonna do 29. No, it doesn't work with that number. Times 7.
21.
Okay, we're not doing 21. All right. Where do I start in this multiplication problem? Someone tell me. Henry?
7 times 9.
7 times 9. And if you want to draw the circles, I'm not going to draw the circles this time, because the circles aren't a necessity. They're not required. But if they help you,
And they get really
draw the circles or highlight or whatever. But I'm not going to do it this time. But I am doing 7 times 9 first. What's 7 times 9? Reagan? Yeah, 63. Nice. So my 3 goes down here. My 6 goes above the 2, right? What's my next step here? Angelina? 7 times 2, which is what?
14.
14 plus 6, which gives me what? Yeah, 20, right? 20. 14 plus 6 is 20. So I got 203. Were you right? Nice. Okay.
Yeah!
So he has 203 pennies.
Wow, that's a lot of pennies. And now we have
Okay.
to add the quarters.
No, we don't. It doesn't want to know that.
Oh, how many quarters and pennies in Grandma?
Yeah, but not together. It just wants to know how many quarters he has and how many pennies he has. So you're done. You don't have to add them together. If we look at our problem here, okay, so let's see if we did the same thing the book did, which I already know we did, but let's look here. So it says Graham has 12 more quarters than dimes, and he had 29 dimes, so we added 29 and 12 to find out that he had 41 quarters, right? He had 7 times as many pennies as dimes. So, since he has 29 dimes, we multiplied 7 and 29, and we got 203. So, Graham has 41 quarters, Isaac, and 203 pennies. Okay? How do we feel about that?
Good!
Okay. Good. Now, let me make it less blurry for you real quick.
Oh, I need to turn my nap. I'm hungry.
Hang on. Whoa. We're not done yet. Okay. So let's take a look right here. We're going to do a couple more things, because on your homework sometimes we really want to pay attention to the wording here. Okay? So let's take a look here. I'm going to write here 6
7 pennies.
times
7.
as many as 5.
No!
Okay? 6 times as many as 5. What words do I want to look at here?
Oh,
I'm sorry, not 5. I meant to write 15. 15. That's what I meant to write. 6 times as many as 15. That's what I meant to write. Because that's not what I wanted to write.
50.
That's not what I wanted to write. Because you guys want me to give you free answers, and that's not what I'm doing. Okay? What words specifically, what words do I want to pay attention to here? Henry?
Times. And as many.
Times as many, right?
Oh.
Times as many is what I want to really pay attention to here. Okay, when I see times as many, what does that mean I'm going to be doing? Sebastian, what does that mean?
Multiply 6 times 15.
Times as many means multiply. So if I see 6 as times as many as 15, what am I going to be doing here?
Multiplying.
Multiplying what?
6 times 15.
So 6 times 15. Okay? We don't actually need to find the answer right now. Let's do it quick.
I think I might know what the answer is.
Okay? Let's do it real quick. I'm going to write it to the side. Is there anything bad about that?
Yeah!
Absolutely not. In fact, I prefer it. Okay, so we start with 6 times 5 is what? Megan?
30.
30. My 0 goes here. My 3 goes here. 6 times 1 is
6.
plus 3.
9.
9. So I get 90. So 6 times 50. 15, sorry, is 90.
If it was 50, it would be 40.
Now, chances are, excuse me, chances are if you have a problem like this, it's going to ask you to rewrite the problem as numbers, right? Because this says 6 times 15. So this is probably going to be part of your answer. So don't just give me 90. Make sure you write 6 times 15 equals 90. Okay? Some of them might. What about this one?
Can you please do 6 times 7?
No.
7 and 12.
Okay. 12 less than 125. What do we specifically want to pay attention to here? Isaac? Less than. When I see less than,
I know Ali did.
what does that mean? When I see less than, what does that mean I'm going to be doing, Reagan? Take away, what's another word for take away? What's the math word for it? You're right, we are taking away, but what's the math word for it? You don't know? That's right. Sebastian, you help her out?
Subtract.
Yeah, we're going to subtract.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay, now listen. Which number are we taking away here?
12.
We're taking away 12, right? We have 12 less than 125, so we're going to start with 125, and we're going to subtract to get 12 less than that. So 125 minus 12. So don't look at this. Be careful and don't say, wait, but the 12 comes first in this, so my 12 should come first here. That doesn't make sense for 2 reasons. Number 1, we have to have our bigger number first in a subtraction problem, right? And number 2, it says 12 less than. So in order to get 12 less than 125, we have to be taking the 12 away. So let's try that over here to the side.
That's a good idea.
It's always a good idea to write out your work instead of just trusting your head. Your head is great, but sometimes it makes mistakes, right? When you can see your work, you're going to be more likely to get the right answer because you can check and see if you made a mistake somewhere. You can see where you messed up. All right, we're going to start in the, because we always start in the, and we have in the ones column 5 minus 2, which is 3. We have 2 minus 1, which is
1.
and we have 1 minus 0, which is, so our answer to this one is 113. Once again, circle the equation part of it too. Okay? How are we doing on this?
Great.
It's almost time to go to your homework. Hang on, let's do one more here.
Just keep more.
Okay? 8 more than 72. What words do I want to really focus on here? Hazel?
Addition.
Well, what words do I want to focus on? More than. And when I see more than, Hazel, what does that mean I'm going to be doing?
Addition.
I'm going to be adding, right? Okay, I'm going to add. I should have just written add instead of adding because I wrote multiply, subtract, And then I should just write add, right? That makes more sense. Keep it consistent, you know? So, what am I adding here? What am I going to be adding here? Shh, Angelina? Yeah, 8 plus 72. Now, this one you might actually be able to do in your head.
Yeah.
Because what's 8 plus 2?
10.
10, so what would 8 plus 72 be? 80, okay? Now, if you couldn't do that in your head, is there anything wrong with writing it to the side? No! In fact, even if you know you can do it in your head, but you are just like, let me just double check my work, is there anything wrong with writing it to the side? Absolutely not. Even a problem that you can do in your head, it's never a bad idea to still write it to the side just in case and make sure you're right. We said 8 plus 2 is 10, right?
Yeah.
So my 0 goes here and my 1 goes there. And 7 plus 1 is 8. So we did get that correct, just in case you wanted to check your work, right?
What if we did 0 plus 0 outside? Would that still be preferred, or would you? Most of us.
I can walk out.
It's up to you. Okay. All right. Here's my question. Do you feel like we need to go over another word problem for extra practice?
No way, no way.
Okay. Let's look here real quick, because I think you only have.
Tanda.
So let's just take a look right here before. Well, let me tell you what your homework is first, and then we're gonna look at a couple together. We're not doing them together, but I'm gonna help you pay attention to a couple things so that you don't miss them just because we only did one word problem. Let me take a look here. Let me see what I wrote down for your homework so I can make sure I give you the right thing.
I feel like it's all back.
Hang on. Okay, your homework is
72 all.
no, it's actually kind of a funky one. So we're gonna highlight them all together. Your homework is going to be 5-5.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I'm scared.
Okay.
One for
On page 71, you're doing numbers 5 and 6.
And the rest is extra credit.
5, 6, 7.
And on page 72,
Oh, I was gonna be like.
Yeah, no,
oh,
you're doing-
extra credit.
you're doing numbers 1 through 8. So you have some on both sides.
1 through 8?
Okay?
No, that means we have to write.
See, sometimes you have to do it, but not always. So real quick, let's highlight them together to make sure you don't miss. So everyone turn to page 71 first. 71 first and look down at the bottom. Everyone see that? You're doing 5 and 6 on this front page. 5 and 6 on page 71. Okay? And then on the back side, you have the whole thing. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
6.
Okay, So altogether, you only have 10 problems, okay? Now, real quick, I want you to look at numbers 1 and 2 with me. Let's take a look at numbers 1 and 2, because if I remember correctly, I'm not giving you answers, but I'm going to help you look at it. If I remember correctly, last year, some students, we did this well in class, but then when they did it on their own, they suddenly forgot what they were looking for. Okay? So, look at this with me real quick. It says, Nicole counts 38 butterflies in the garden. She counts 7 more ladybugs than butterflies. What word stands out there? What word do we want to pay attention to here? Sebastian?
She counts 7 more.
7 more. Remember, when I see the word more, what does that mean? What am I going to be doing here, do you think? Hazel?
Adding.
I'm going to be doing addition, so pay attention to that, okay? Next, number 2, it says, Trevor's library book has 134 pages. His math book has 3 times as many pages. What words do I want to focus on here, Angelina?
3 times.
3 times as many, which means what am I going to be doing there? Going to be multiplying, right? You see times there, so it's going to be 3 times whatever that other number is, right? Okay? So really focus on that when you get there, okay? Notice here, 3, 4, 5, and 6, this is where we have less than, more than, times as many, times as many. here, but you have to find the answers and match them up. Does that make sense? This is a matching section, so you're going to be drawing lines to the correct answers. Everyone got that? So you got to match this. So you need to find out what is 6 less than 1,400. It should be one of these, and then you're going to draw a line to it and match it up, okay? Number 7 says, Mr. Weaver bought a surfboard for $63. He also bought a pair of water skis that cost 4 times as much as the surfboard. How much did Mr. Weaver pay for the surfboard and water skis? That's something to pay attention to here. This one, it wants to know how much he paid for the surfboard and water skis. So this one, unlike the one we did together in class, what do you need to do after you find the answer of how much he paid for the water skis here?
You then add $63. That's how much.
Yeah, so this time, this is a 2-step problem. So you need to find out how much he paid for the water skis, but then you need to find out how much he paid for everything all together. So if you just give me the price of the water skis, you're not going to get the full credit. Okay, you're not going to get the answer right because it wants to know how much he paid for them together. So you got to actually add them up this time, okay? So remember in the first one, who is it? Sebastian wanted to add up the quarters and pennies, but he didn't ask for that in that one. This time it does want you to add them up, okay? And then number 8 says, can a whole number be 5 more than another number and 5 times as many as another number? What is that saying? Let me help you out just a little bit. It's saying, can a number be
A number.
5 more than another number and also 5 times as many as the other number? So, hang on. It does make sense. Think about it for a second, okay? Can a whole number be 5 more than another number, but also 5 times as many? So 5 more means what?
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
What's a whole number?
It's a brain.
Any number that's not a fraction or a
brain
decimal
teaser.
or a negative, a whole number. So 1 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, 3 is a whole number, 4 is a whole number, 5 is a whole number, 6 is a whole number, and so on and so forth forever. Yeah, notice where I stopped, okay? Hazel.
Miss, I think for homework, I think it's supposed to be every single problem on the back except for the right about it.
You think? I don't.
What?
I think I know what I assigned.
No, unusual homeworks, like what most teachers are like, it's like that, and not, because this says more practice.
Oh, well, but that's not what I did. So, what it's saying here is 5 more means what?
A 5 more than that number.
Right?
5 more means 5 more.
Okay. And 5 times as many as equals is what? Okay, so it's saying, can a whole number be 5 more than another number and also 5 times as many as the other number? So it's saying, basically, if I were to put the same number in these 2 boxes,
Yeah.
okay?
No. Wait, do we need to write this?
Wait,
Do we need to write this?
hang on. Can a whole number be 5 more than another number and 5? No. I'm trying to remember how I explained it last year. Because I know
You should write this down in your notes.
I should. That's what I went. I went and grabbed my notes and I didn't write it down correctly. So, because I know we did it last year and I know the answer, but I was trying to make sure I understood. I was trying to figure out how I wrote it for you guys for them last year, so that they could fully understand it. Hang on.
It's a sadly R.
Let me see what they wrote in here. Maybe
What about a sadly R?
sadly are.
Stay there.
Okay, hang on.
Mark it over.
I do have a black, orange, red, blue, and green, and that's all I have.
So,
Iron, which is a washing machine.
It's
Okay, so look at it this way. So let's say if I were to use the numbers, let's do 5 and 1. Okay? So 5 and 1. So 5 is 5 times as many as 1, right? 5 is 5 times as many as 1. But is it 5 more than 1?
Yeah.
Is 5 more than 1? No, 5 is only 4 more than 1, right? Okay? Does that make sense?
No.
How?
I mean, well, yeah.
Okay, 5 is not 5 times as many as 1 and 5 more than 1, right? It can't be both, okay? What if we tried it with a different number? What about if we tried 2? Okay? What if we tried 2? 2 times 5
It's 10.
is 10, but 2 plus 5 is 7. Can 5 be... Can any number be 5 times as many as the other number and 5 more than the other number?
If you did 5 plus 6.
Can it be?
Oh, no. If you look at it closely, it's saying can it.
Yeah, can it?
Has.
Yeah, no, can it? That's what I want to know. Can it? Can it?
No.
I'm only hearing one person. Can it?
No.
No, it cannot. There's your answer. No, it cannot.
So all we have to say no.
All you have to say is
It
no.
has to explain.
You don't have to write about
explain your answer.
Nah, well, we kind of just explained it together in class. So if you just write no on that one, I'll give you a free point.
Yay!
Yay, okay. All right, your homework, I already wrote it on the board for you, but just real quick, I'll write it in here for my video people. It's, hang on, it's 5-5. On page 71, you have 5 and 6. On page 72, you have 1 through 8, although we did number 8 together, so there's that. Go ahead, get to work on your homework. You only have about 5-ish minutes before art right now, but remember you'll have more time after art. So if you don't get it done, which you probably won't, don't stress because you'll have another 20 minutes after art. Go ahead and get to work. See what you can get done in